boring. I want to talk about the legendary Loafer beatdown game. 1979 Boston Bruins turned a good old-fashioned hockey game into a no-boundaries octagon brawl led by Mike Milbury taking a full-grown man's loafer and beat him with it like he's wielding a riot baton. 70s era hockey was gloriously unhinged. Helmets were optional, fisticuffs was expected, bench clearing brawls was business as usual. Players hopped over the boards to join beatdowns simply because their star player was lined up for a good hit. After the fight, players went back to their respected benches and given a total of 0 penalty minutes and 0 suspensions. Just better luck next time, champ. This mayhem was allowed until the league added the third man rule in 1977, giving an automatic ejection to the first player to intervene with a scuffle between two players. So, players kept jumping over the boards, this time looking for a dance partner. 1987, the league decides it's time to play more hockey and less backyard wrestling, introducing the 10-game suspension rule and a hefty fine to any player and or coach, putting an immediate end to the good old days. Look how different everything was back then. You could reach over that wall and give those coaches a wet willy. December 23rd, 1979, the Boston Bruins beat New York Islanders 4-3, and instead of lining up to shake hands like distinguished gentlemen, complete pandemonium chaos erupts out of nowhere, similar to a bad family reunion. Bruins forward Al Secord puts a beefy shiner on Rangers' Ulf Nilsson. Al later stated, "I remember the sucker punch he gave me earlier in the game. So, I thought, an eye for an eye, and I suckered him." Rangers fans see this and reach over the glass with rolled up programs to smack Bruins players or just threw knuckles. One fan hit Stan Jonathan of the Boston Bruins so hard he started to bleed. Bruins tough guy Terry O'Reilly, aka the Bloody O'Reilly, that is a great nickname, eats a knuckle sandwich while tangled up near the boards, puts on his jumping skates, and is over the glass to investigate. This is one reason why the glass is now higher. Mike Milbury and mild-mannered Pete McNabb see this and lead the black and gold cavalry over the boards to help investigate. First star of the crapshoot, Mike Milbury climbs 7 or 8 rows back to grab a fan by the foot, removes the fan's loafer, and starts smacking him like he's a rug hung over a clothesline, then throws the fan's loafer on the ice, making him walk home with a dirty sock and one loafer. The league assessed the brawl, provided the following punishments. All Bruins players receive a maximum fine of $500. Mike Milbury and Pete McNabb both received a 6-game suspension and a $500 fine. Terry O'Reilly, first man over the boards, received a whopping 8-game suspension and $500 fine. What? They were able to play more games after fighting fans instead of fighting other players. What about assault charges? The fans must have pressed charges on players who jumped over the boards and proceeded to open all of the cans of whoop-ass. Nope. In fact, the fan who was given a beatdown by his own loafer was charged with disorderly conduct for inciting the brawl after punching Stan Jonathan in the face, stole his hockey stick, and a surrounding fan said he was heckling the Bruins all night. An unknown fan was also seen using his belt as a whip. Oh my God. Local prosecutors were not inclined to file assault charges against the players because they were in, quote, defense mode, end quote. The fan who was beaten by his loafer later filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the Bruins, Mike Milbury, and Madison Square Garden for injuries and emotional distress. Local courts took one look at his case and threw it in the trash. Next time you're at a game and wonder why the glass is so high, just know one reason is because a fan poked the bear and the bear won. Follow for more about the NHL and PWHL. Thank you for watching.